The most important technology I've used in the last 24 hours is the entire system that provides clean and abundant drinking water where I live. It's been said that water is life, and so often in the global north, we don't give a second thought to where water comes from. Billions of people on the planet still don't have reliable and safe access to water, and yet without it, little else is possible. So I try not to take my access to water for granted.
The most important technology I've used in the last 24 hours is a book. So why do I pick a book? Well, if we think about the technologies that we actually have in the world, I think the ability for us to share knowledge, to help people acquire that learning that we've got in order to be able to grow and develop and understand and engage in the world. Those are the technologies that actually have real meaning. And whilst a physical book has been replaced in many environments with electronic books, which can ease certain access, I think the technology of a book has a fundamental grounding in the world today. And I still think that that ability to share that knowledge and do so in a way that is universal is something that we're seeking in all our technologies.
I think that the most important technology I've used in the last 24 hours is my bicycle. So I'm a bike advocate. I do a lot of bike, commuting. It was even snowing and I biked over the snow to do some pickup of the food that I needed for dinner last night. And I mean, bikes, they increase mobility for millions of people who might not be able to afford cars or other means of transportation. They reduce emissions, and we are all thinking about how to reduce emissions, and bikes are amazing. They increase health of the riders. They reduce accidents. There's just so many benefits of this technology. And it's such a simple technology that, and I've been involved in my city to help increase the ridership and reduce the mode share, shifting people from cars to walking and bikes, and just to see what it takes. And it's not that hard, actually, to do that. Cities in the world that I think of, like Amsterdam and Copenhagen and even Portland, Oregon, have done such a great job. And I think cities all over the world can learn from those experiences and increase the use of that technology.
The technology I think that had the greatest impact on society is language, because that was how human knowledge was transferred from one generation to another or one place to another, and that is how all the discoveries that were made by humans was transferred and recorded, and basically taught us the good to adapt and the bad to avoid.
I think the technology that has had the biggest impact on society is actually the plough. If we think about how we've been able to live on the land, if we've thought about our ways of moving and of building up trade, the plough actually allowed a lot of that to happen. We can think of the unintended consequences of the plough in terms of overusing the land, or the ways in which our relationship with the natural world and the way that nature can provide for us, I think has changed quite radically. We can also think that our ability with the plough has got us to a point where we can actually feed the world. We can sustain all the life on Earth with the food that we generate. The things that we have to think about are those unintended consequences, how by doing that, we're still using the land rather than thinking about the impact that we're having on it, and ways to go forward that ensure that that impact is both positive for ourselves and those we care about, but also for the world around us.
The technology, I think, that's had the greatest impact on society is the modest toilet. Wastewater treatment is really important. Having a toilet in wherever you live and having the wastewater treatment systems have saved countless lives. I heard one person put it, doctors save one life at a time, but engineers can save millions of lives at a time through wastewater treatment, and the provision of clean water, which is an issue even in this wealthy country of Canada. So water and wastewater treatment broadly, but the toilet has had just an incredible impact. I think if we look back through history and see what kinds of things happened to societies that didn't have, as their cities grew and they didn't have proper wastewater treatment, you see so many people dying needlessly, especially children.